Okay, so let's actually start on the wall. Find a wall that's nearby, and you're gonna stand. If the wall is wide enough for you to put your hands by your side, then you have enough space. I'm gonna stand, not all the way straight up and down, just gonna be where my feet are parallel. I'm not gonna straighten the legs all the way, but I'm also not in a wall sit position quite yet. We will get there in a little bit. This is gonna be friendly, by the way. I think you're gonna feel good afterwards. We're not gonna be sweating bullets, but we're gonna move in a different way for some range of motion. So I want you to press your head up against the wall and take a big deep breath. Bring your shoulders back up against the wall, and that may be tough to get into that position. You should have a little slight bend in the knees. I'm a good 5 inches away from the wall with my feet, by the way. Then I want you to take your head down off of the wall and reach your arms out in front of your legs. Bring your shoulders off of the wall, bring your upper back, bring your mid back, keep the knees slightly bent, and round the back. Now you're not gonna come off of the wall, we're only gonna go to about like a halfway roll down here. Let the head hang. Then you're gonna scoot through the belly and you're gonna roll back up one vertebrae at a time and then come back up against the wall. Bring your head off of the wall, bring the upper back, bring the mid back, and then your bottom is still touching the wall here. And then you're gonna scoop and roll back up. You should already be feeling a stretch there, a little bit different than usual. Again, press into the legs, keeping them not as straight as we normally would. You're gonna roll off of the wall, but your bottom is still gonna stay up against it, giving you a little bit of a deeper stretch right there. Hollowing, rounding, letting the head hang. Think of lifting your bottom up on the wall while still keeping the knees bent, deepening that stretch, and then scooping and rolling back up. Hollow the belly, arms go back. I'm gonna take my feet out in front of me just a little bit more. I don't wanna be in a wall sit where I'm just really, really shaking and dying through this. I want you to feel good. So I want you to pretend that you're laying on your mat. Your arms are gonna go down by your side. Feet are gonna stay parallel. I want you to really press your head into the wall / your mat and palms and triceps into the wall. You're going to tuck your pelvis under and lift the hips into the air and press the pelvis forwards. The knees are still bent. The head is up against the wall. The arms are up against the wall. And then you're going to scoop and roll back down into the wall. Now, if you want it to be a little bit more challenging, you just slide down the wall a little bit more, hold there. You're going to slowly press into the wall and tuck the pelvis and lift the hips into the air forwards. Heels are down, feet are flat. Head stays up against the wall, shoulders down and back. And then we scoop and roll down. You should feel the arms starting to work right there. Again, tucking the pelvis and slowly peeling your lower back up off of the wall / the mat. Think pelvic curl in our warm-up on the mat. Then scooping and rolling back into. Good. Tuck the pelvis, lift the hips into the air and hold this at the top. Press your arms into the wall, press your head into the wall, and then go up onto your toes. Lift the heels. Good. Drop the heels, stay here. Lift your heels, feel those legs kick on. Drop the heels. Lift the heels and drop them. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. Good. Nice job, you guys. Lift and drop. 2 more. Lift onto the toes. Drop the heels. Press your arms into the wall. Drop the heels. Now lift the heels, hold them up, scoop and roll back into the wall, and then drop the heels down. I'm going to have you slide up the wall. Good. Then I'm going to have you come shake the legs just a second. Good. Hey, Nancy, we see you. Hang out. We're going to come to the wall. So join us on the wall. back is up against it. And then we're gonna move through the arms. So now that we've shaked the legs out a little bit here, we'll come down into that same position that you were in, just giving the legs a little bit of a break. I want you to push the arms into the wall again. Shoulders down and back, head up against the wall. We'll do one more pelvic curl to catch Nancy up with us here to get in that spot. So you're gonna tuck the pelvis, lift the hips, and your arms are up against the wall, your head is up against the wall. You don't have to be in a full wall sit. I don't want it to totally kill the legs. Then you're gonna scoop and roll back into the wall. Hold this, and then slide up the wall just a bit, walk your feet towards the wall a tiny bit. Keep your head up against the wall, and lift your right arm up towards the wall. Good, lower it back down. Lift your left arm up towards the wall. Lower it back down. It may not touch. Everyone's range is going to be different. Mine does not touch the wall. Lift, maybe on the right side I can get my hand to touch, and then the left. Keep your head up against the wall. Heart rate should be raising here, even though we're not doing a huge movement. We're really having to focus on pulling the belly in, pull that bottom rib down, everything that you would do if you were down on the mat. Keep going. Good. Stay here. Then we'll do both arms. We're going to lift the arms up, lower it all the way back down, nice and slow. Lift the arms, pull the belly into the back, and lower it down. Really feel those arms work as you try to push them up against the wall, but they may not get there, and that's okay. We're nice and tight through the front of our shoulders. Lift and lower. Try to engage your triceps, elongate the arms a little bit more. Lifting and lowering down. Good. Lifting the arms and lowering down. Good. One more. Lift and lower the arms. Place your hands on the wall. Push yourself up off of the wall. Then turn and face towards the wall. So I'm going to get in a little bit different position on the screen here. That way you can see a little bit higher on the wall. Okay. So I want you to face towards it, just like you're laying face down on the tower, and you have your hands on the bar out in front of you. You're laying face down. Those palms are on the bar, and you're gonna just take your forehead almost to the bar. My feet are just a couple of inches away from the wall. I'm gonna drag the hands back towards me, press them into the wall, and look up towards my hands. Then I'm gonna reach the hands up towards the sky, let the head come forwards. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulder blades down and back. Think of pulling the bar towards you, and then push back up against the wall. You're gonna pull back towards you, shoulders down and back, look up the wall, good. And then push the hands back up as you go into it. That's it, nice. Pull those hands back towards you. Those palms press into the wall. Press them in, feel the shoulders work. And then push the forehead towards the wall, the hands go up. Lifting the chest, press the palms into the wall, hold it there. Pull the abdominals into the back, feel the shoulders work. Press up against the wall, 2 more. Inhale as you lift the chest, shoulders down and back. Exhale as you lower, back extension, but standing up. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders down and back. Exhale, press the hands up at the wall and slide the arms down. Give those shoulders a little bit of a break. Still facing the wall. We're going to go into a little bit of a deeper set with the hands. And you can walk your feet away from the wall just a little bit deeper if you need to. The hands are going to be in a wide position. So find a spot that you can be wide if you have to find a different place. I'm on my toes here on the feet. I'm in a plank position where I can be away from the wall and still work. Now I'm gonna bend the elbows, go into a push-up, and then exhale, press away from the wall. Inhale as we lower, exhale as we push. Now this is gonna start to burn here in a minute, hang in there with me. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you push. Here's 3, and squeeze. Good. 4, squeeze to the top. 5, 6, and squeeze up. 7, and 8. I want you to drop into this midway. Hold it midway. Now go down an inch and up an inch. Down an inch, up an inch. 3, and move. 4, and barely push. 5. Feel those arms. 6, 7, and 8. Lift all the way up, and then walk your hands off the wall. Bring your arms down by your side. We'll bring it back to the wall. The hands are gonna go narrow this time. So this time the elbows will bend in towards us. We bend, exhale, push. Elbows are turning slightly inwards, that way we get the triceps. 3, almost like you're trying to press those elbows towards the wall. 4, press into the palms. 5, 6, squeeze those arms, come on. 7, and 8. We're gonna lower into it midway. Hold it there. Come up an inch and down an inch. Up and down. 3, and lower. Feel it burn, come on. 4, 5, 6, woo, 7, and 8. All the way up, press that off the wall. Shake your arms out for just a second. Nice. Take a big deep breath. Now, let's take this to the wall, work the arms a little bit different position. You need a light set of weights or some water bottles or something here. So I'm gonna start with 5s. I don't know if I'll finish with 5s, but I'll start with them because they may get a little bit heavy. Good. Join me on the wall again, and unfortunately we're gonna go back down into that wall sit, the deeper version. So we're gonna go a little bit lower, and we're gonna hold. If you've ever done a private at the studio, this mimics the pedal pull arm series that we do up against the edge of the Cadillac. It is a burner. So weights in your hands, shoulders and head stay up against the wall, and you hold here. The head can actually come about an inch off the wall if needed. The arms lift in front. They lift and they lower. 2, and they lower. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you're going to lift the arms in the front, bring it out to a T, pull down to the side. You lift, bring it out to the T, and down. 3, out and down. 4, make sure you're deep enough in that wall sit that you're feeling those legs too. 5, 6, let's reverse here. We go up to a T, into the front and down. 5, in and down. 4, in and down. Good. 3, 2 more here. I'm getting out of breath. 1 more. Bring it down by your side, palms face up, let's curl. 8, and lower. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, keep your bottom up against the wall. Slide up just a bit, where the knees are still bent, but you're not as deep into that wall sit. We're gonna come forwards, and we're gonna hinge the back. Arms are long out in front of the knees, and we lift the arms for a fly. We lift and lower. 7, 6, tiny bend in the elbows. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You lower it down, face the palms towards you. We did this one last week too. So a rhomboid pull. You'll bend the elbows, pull up, and then lower. But I want you to pull more with your pinkies than with your thumbs. Remember that one? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lift it up, hold it up. Now release it an inch, pull it an inch. Release and pull, working into those shoulder blades. Remember, pull more with the pinky. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Come off of the wall, scoot forwards. Bend the arms, kick back. 8, and bend. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Down and hold. Just breathe. Let everything hang. Good. Let's go with our side to the wall. So I want you to put one foot all the way up against the wall, and the other foot is going to be just outside of the hip. So I'm about 12 inches or so with my feet on the floor out wide. Good. Then I want you to take one arm out in front. I just want you to be able to see my arms and the legs here. I want you to take the other hand and push it up against that hand, but you have to slide the shoulder blade back of the arm that's on the wall to get it there. Hold this, press your palms together. Keep the hand on the wall and open the other arm out, finding that rotation. The arm that's on the wall slides slightly forwards. Keep your pelvis forwards. Bring it back in, squeeze the palms together. You open the arm, rotate open, but keep your hips facing forwards. Bring it back to the front. You notice some sliding of the arm that's on the wall, and then it pulls back. You can see my left hand sliding on the wall. You might have your right, that's okay. And then back in. Good, open and squeeze. Find that rotation, find the work here. Anybody can just open and close, but find some work. 2 more, open, nice and slow, and close. Good, 1 more, we open, and we close. Good. I'm gonna turn. Woo, my shoulders are burning. We're gonna face the opposite direction. So find that foot up against the wall. The shoulder is up against the wall, the hand is. I press the palm up against the wall, and then I open, press the hips forwards where they can stay level, and then I bring the hand back in, the palms squeeze together. We're gonna open, hold here, keep the pelvis facing forwards, notice that, and then bring it back forwards. Good. We open, good rotation, and then we close. Keep pressing that palm into the wall, sliding it a little bit forwards as you open back and back in. Good, and we close. 3 more, open, the pelvis faces forwards, and we close. Those arms may be a little sore tomorrow from our range of motion work. 1 more. We open, and then we close. Good. Let's give our arms a little bit of a break, shall we? Let's take it. You don't have to be right up against that wall. We're not really going to use the wall for this one. We're going to take the feet super wide, and we're going to go into a plie squat here. So opening those legs, just getting some good leg work in. The arms come out to a T, we go down and lift. 7 and lift. 6, 5, everybody looks good. 4, 3, 2, Good, now stay down, turn to one side, the heel stays lifted, arms reach forwards. We go down, we lift. 7, 6, good. 5, try to keep that back leg long and then bend. 4, 3, straighten both legs at the top. 2, and 1. Turn to the totally opposite side. Good, heel is lifted, we go down, we lift straight up. 7, we lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We go back to the center, arms out, we go down. 6, 5, catch your breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We turn, back heel stays lifted, we go down and lift. 5, 4, 3, should be breathing harder. 2, and 1. We turn to the opposite side, back heel stays lifted. We go down and we lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Center. Big deep breath. Woo! Anybody else out of breath? I'm dying over here. Arms out. Here we go. Down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's turn. You're almost there. Go down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch to the opposite side. Back heel stays lifted. Go down for 4, 3, 2, 1 more round. Center. 2, and 1. We turn. Down for 2, and lift, and 1. We turn all the way to the other side. We go down, and we come up. Woo! Shake up those arms and legs. Now we're warm. Let's go back to this feel-good wall stuff, shall we? So, back is going to be on the wall. Don't feel like you have to get caught up in going the right direction on this, okay? You're going to be mirroring me anyways because we are images of ourselves on the camera. So don't get caught up in that. So the feet are going to be in front of you, but you're not in a full wall sit. You're just in that beginning pose that we were in with the knees slightly bent. Holding this here, we're going to take one arm up and then one arm down. Let me see if I can get this a little bit higher so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. It may be at a weird angle, but you can still see the arms better. So they come up and then we switch. Good. They come up and then they switch. Good. Now, I want you to take your right arm up. So everybody right arm up on this one. We're going to slide down the wall over to the left. Keeping that arm up against the wall, keep your head up against the wall. Woo! Then back up to the top. We slide down, a little lateral flexion and extension here. And then up the wall. We slide down, try to keep them both up against the wall, the head up against the wall. That's the hard part, right? Back up to the top, and then we switch. Opposite arm up. We slide down like you're doing a side over. Exhale, lift. Inhale, we slide. Keep that arm lifted to the sky. Exhale, we lift.
One more. We slide. Exhale, we lift. Now we switch arms. The arm comes up, hold here. We slide down the wall. The top arm is gonna rotate across the body. You're gonna round, reach it out in front of you, round it out to the opposite side. Let it come down the wall. Let the other arm come out in front, making a little circle. And then reach the opposite arm up against the wall. Is everybody still with me there? And then up to the top. Same direction. So switch the arms to where that first arm is up against the wall. We slide down. You start to reach that arm across the body. Reach it across, out in front. We round this out. The other arm comes out in front. We round the body out. The arms come up against the wall. We slide up. One more time that direction, switch the arms. Same arm. We go down. You start to round it forwards. Feel a stretch through that upper back, mid back area. We round this out. The arm comes up against the wall. And we stay here. Now go this direction. Go down. The arm comes forwards off of the wall. We round it forwards, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then we end up against the wall. Switch the arms to get back to that starting arm. We go down. We round it forwards, find a big stretch right there, round it, my bottom stays up against the wall. We round it up against the wall, it feels good here, just a feel good movements. Switch. One more, we go down, slide it down like we're doing a side over, but then we get that stretch and we round this out, roll it around, up against the wall, and you bring your arms down, and you curl the pelvis up, and you lift off of the wall. Nice job. Lots of breathing involved there as well. You guys did wonderful on those. Let's go ahead and take it facing towards the wall. So let's switch our eyes to face the other way. We're never going to touch the wall with our hands. You do this one with your hands in the straps on the reformer. We do it on the mat sometimes. Your feet are slightly off the wall a few inches, but I want you to lay your chest on the wall and lift the chin just a little bit. You can close your eyes if you need to. Now, the hands are going to come like little chicken wings by your side, and the hands will never touch the wall. You're going to push the hands up like you're running them up against the wall, and you're going to lift the chest and the upper back, but the chest should stay on the wall. You're trying to lift the arms back. You circle the arms all the way down by your hips, and then you bend at the elbow and you lower your chest. We normally do this one on the box, on the reformer, with the hands in the straps. You're going to inhale, lift the chest, reach the arms back where they come slightly back in line with the chin. You exhale, circle the arms around, keep your head up, keep the chest back, and then you bend at the elbow, lower the chin. Inhale, lift. This should be work here. Lifting the chest, reaching through the fingertips. Exhale, circle those arms back. Pull, 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 pull. Bigger, bigger extension, and then lower. Inhale, lifting the chest, reaching the arms up and back. And exhale, circling the arms around, pull them back, pull them back, pull them back, and lower the chest. Come off the wall for just a second. Take a deep breath since we're right there up against that wall. We're going to do swimming on the wall next. On this one, I want you to try to get the arm to come back past the ears. It's okay if it doesn't. Just want you to try to mentally push it there, even if that doesn't happen. Back to the same position. We're going to face the wall. The palms are on the wall this time. The chest is on the wall as well. And I want you to take one arm, lift it back behind the head, and press it into the wall. The other hand comes back behind the head, tiny bend at the knee,
and press it up against the wall. Good. Bring it back and up against the wall. Push back and up against the wall. Good. Reach and back. One more. Reach and back. Now lift them both up. Lift the head and swim. Inhale and exhaling. Inhaling, bring it back behind the head. Exhaling. Inhale, patting those arms. And exhaling. Bring your hands on the wall. And stick the hips out back behind you. Drop the head a little, take a breath. Come back up. Let's go up the wall again. One more set of swimming. Hands up the wall, chest is on the wall. Lift the arms, lift the head, and swim. Inhale through the nose. Long arms, engage your triceps. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Reach the fingertips to the sky, reach them back, exhale. Bring your hands, slide them down the wall. Those shoulders should be sufficiently worked at this point. Shake your arms out. Good. Now, I want you to switch that around. Go with your back up against the wall. I want you to go into a wall sit position with me. Good. Bring your feet a little bit wider for this one. You're going to go deep into a wall sit. You're going to bring your hands on your legs and go as deep as you can here and lean the chest forwards. Even if you want to bring your feet out wider than I have mine, that's okay. We're going to dip the shoulder in. So you're going to rotate to one side, dip the shoulder. That should feel good to find that release right there. And then we're going to bring it back and through the center. Rotate through the other side. So working the legs, but getting a deep stretch through the upper back, mid back here, and then back into the center. We rotate to the opposite side and back into the center. Rotate again and center. Then let's cat-cow. So open the chest and then exhale, round the back as deeply as you can. That takes a little bit of the pressure off the legs. Inhale to cow. Open the chest, look forwards. Exhale, round the back. Shoulders roll in a little. One more. Inhale to cow. Arching, scooping back to cat. Nice. From where you are, this might be as deep as you go today, and you just bring the elbows to the knees. I'm going to give you the opportunity to try this out. Use your floor, use your hands. You're in your own space, so if you fall over, it's no big deal. We're going to attempt to slide down the wall into Malasana, which is a yoga pose, but we're going to use it up against the wall. So my booty is staying up against the wall, and I might only get down to here to stretch through the hips. You may have to take your feet wider too. Your wall's getting a good washing, yes, from us wiping all over it. Here we go, all the way down, and I'm actually gonna bring my feet a little bit closer towards me. You can bring your hands to the ground to help you if you want, but I'm gonna try to get all the way down and lean my back up against the wall. So my feet are out in front slightly, but my booty is not on the ground. Don't be confused by that. The elbows are pushing outwards on the knees, and once you find it, it feels amazing. It's just a big stretch for the hips. If you want to, you can walk your feet towards the wall a little deeper, and you'll be seated up against the wall even more. So you can help yourself into that position. This one's really good for digestion. Relax the shoulders. Helps to open up through those inner thighs, through the hip joint. I want you to take another couple of deep breaths here with your head up against the wall. I know it might be burning. Take another breath. And then exhale, let it go.
The easiest way, I think, for us to get out of it is to just sit down on the ground, or you can completely put your hands down behind you or in front of you and shift your weight forwards as you come into like a kneeling position. So I'm going to change the camera angle just a little bit for the next one because we are done on the wall, but I'm just going to shift this a tiny bit, okay? And then I'm going to have you guys go down to your mat. So if you have your mat, this is the time for you to go to that. Let me scoot mine over just a bit. We're going to go down on all fours, holding here. Good. Holding on the hands first, and then I want you to extend your left leg straight out behind you and point the toes. Working the posterior chain a little bit, we work the arms a whole lot. We're going to lift through that leg. Lift and tap the toes. Lift and tap. 3, the leg stays very long. 4, 5, you can always go to the forearms if needed, or make a fist. 7, and 8. Hold this up, little pulses. 8, leg is long. 7, don't let the back move. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take it over, cross it over way on the other side of the leg, lift it up, and to the other side, like a rainbow. Lift up, cross it over, lift up, and back out to the side. And 3, lift and cross. Feel that other leg burn. 4, lift up and over. Long lines here. 5, lift up and over. 6, 2 more here. 7, and 8. Lift back into the center, lower that knee down, sit back on your heels, and just give it a little shake into that. Hold there. I'm going to switch directions. You can stay the same way if you need to. Just want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Same thing. Extend the opposite leg out behind you, point the toes. You're going to lift and lower. 7, excuse me, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up, hold, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it up and over the body. Lift up and out. Lift up and over and out. 3, long lines, reaching those toes away. 4, lift up and out. Good. 5, lift up and over. We can do this. Come on. 6, 2 more here, nice and slow, just barely tapping that toenail. 1 more. And then bring it up to the top, lower the knee, sit back on the heels and take a breath. Just gonna shake this out a little bit. Good. I'm gonna have you roll this up slowly and then swing your legs around in front of you. The feet are gonna go flat, slightly separated. Arms are gonna reach out in front, holding here. You're gonna inhale, lower down halfway. Exhale, lift an inch. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 3, use your breath. Here we go. 4, 5, good. 6, and 7, and 8. We roll all the way down to the mat. Pull the heels in just a bit. And then we move through a pelvic curl. Inhale, tuck the pelvis. Exhale, lift the hips into the air, hold this. Inhale at the top. And then exhale, scoop and roll down one vertebrae at a time, back down into neutral. Inhale, tucking the pelvis. Exhale, lifting the hips into the air, holding this at the top. Inhaling there. And then exhale, we roll back down, back into neutral. Inhaling, tucking the pelvis, lifting the hips into the air, hold this at the top, press into the arms, go onto the toes, lift the heels, drop the heels, lift the heels, drop the heels, lift and drop, just like we did on the wall at the beginning of class. And 4, I want to give that wall credit stuff to Laura. She walked me through some of that last week. 5, and 6, and 7. You're going to lift the heels up, hold it up, squeeze your glutes, lift the hips, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the heels, scoop and roll down one vertebrae at a time, shifting back to the front of the body. Lift the arms all the way up over your head, just like we did on the wall at the beginning of class, trying to get a stretch to those shoulders. Bring your right leg up to tabletop, and then the left. If we can't get into the studio every day, I'll bring it to you right here. Lift the head and chest, press into your fingertips, stay here. Extend the legs out and pull the knees back in. Extend out and pull back in. 2 more. 1 more, pull the knees in and lower down, lift the arms. Lift the head and chest, press into your hands like you're thinking of pushing into the straps on the reformer. Extend one leg, reach and then switch. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees in, lower down, reach the arms all the way up over your head. Pretending you're on the reformer, pressing into the straps, press into the hands. Extend the legs out, crisscross back and forth at the ankle. Good, then we'll go to tabletop. Bend the knees in, the arms come up, the head goes down. Lifting the head and chest, press into your fingertips and hold. Extend the legs all the way out. Exhale, lift the legs up. Inhale, lower them. 3 more. You can always drop the head if needed. And lower. 2 more. Squeeze those legs. Really engage your quads. 1 more. We're going to go to tabletop and then we're down. Lift the head and chest. Press into the fingertips. Hold. Extend the legs out. Hamstring pull. 1 leg back and then the other. Little double bounce on the leg that comes to you for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We go to tabletop. We are back down. Big deep breath, everybody. Lift the head and chest. Press into the fingertips. Extend the legs out. Open to the width of the mat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees in, lower down. Lift and hold, press down, extend the legs out, open for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees in and we lower. Lifting here, extend the legs away from you, open for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees in, we lower down. Breathe, lift. Legs reach away. Open for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back down. Lift here. You open 4 times. And we lower. Lift, press away. Extend, open for 3. And we're back down. Almost there. Lift, extend the legs out, open for 2. And we lower. Be firm with those movements. Lift, extend the legs out, open them, hold them open, reach through your fingertips, reach through your toes, squeeze your legs together, roll up into a teaser, reach the arms out in front of you. Woo! Hold that, bend the knees, open them up, and then lay your chest forwards. Nice. Sorry, that was sneaky there at the end with that teaser. I know that was sneaky. Just hold right there. Good. I'm gonna have you go down onto your stomach on the mat. Reach the arms straight out in front of you, palms are facing down. Let's do swimming on the mat. We did it on the wall. Let's see if that helps us get into position on the floor even better. So you're gonna press your chest into the mat, press your pelvis into the mat, lift the chest up then. You lift it up, draw the shoulders down and back. The legs are slightly separated. You lift the leg from the hip, reach to the toes, lift the arms and swim. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhaling, longer arms, exhaling. Bring your hands right beside your shoulders, come up into a plank position on the knees. You can always just go to your forearms and hold a forearm plank if needed. We're going to do some tricep push-ups on the floor just like we did on the mat. Elbows turn in, they bend for 8, and we push. 7 and push. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You sit back on your heels, reach the arms out in front of you here. Come back forwards. It's Monday, we need to wake them up. So let's come forwards and do one more set. Here we go, dropping into it, 8 and push. 7, 6, 5, you're almost done for today. 4, come on, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back on those heels. Reach the arms out in front of you. Find a nice stretch right there through the upper back and shoulders. Go ahead and turn the toes under and send the hips into the air. Press the chest towards the legs. I'm not worried about your heels touching the ground. Just want some energy of the heels pressing towards it. Rotate your elbows in slightly. That way the shoulders will roll away from the ears. And then you can pedal the heels just a bit, stretching out the backs of the legs. Good. You're going to bring your right leg high all the way up into the air, round the back, bend the knee into your chest, hold it there, and then send the foot in between your hands. Holding here, dropping the back knee down, taking a breath, lifting the chest. The arms can come up if you would like for them to. Try to keep them long. Little opening of the chest there to stretch deeper through the front of that left leg. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Keep your left hand down. You're going to rotate the right arm up towards the sky. You can keep your back knee down, or you might choose to lift the leg. Just find a place where you can breathe and where you're getting the deepest stretch. Bring your hand back down to the mat. Keep the back heel lifted. Lift up through the hips, stretching through the back of that front leg. Relax your shoulders. Holding here in this little pyramid position. Both feet are parallel, they're facing directly forwards. Bend your front knee, bring your hands down to the mat. Send the hips up, back into that pike position and hold. And just kind of pedal the heels out a bit. You're going to send your left leg high up into the air. Round the back, bend the knee in towards the chest, hold it there, and then send the foot forwards, holding that. You're going to drop the back knee,
staying here, or lifting up, lifting the arms up towards the sky, a slight upward look. Engage those arms a little more. Bring the hands down. You're gonna take your right hand down, rotate that left arm up towards the sky and hold. You can lift the back knee if you like, elongating through that back leg to get a little bit of a deeper stretch if it is for you. Hold there. Bring the hand back down. Good, and then lift the hips into the air and hold. Both feet are parallel. Relaxing the shoulders. Bend the front knee, step the foot back into your pike position. Just hold there for me, pressing the chest towards the legs, taking a deep breath as you hold. Good. Then I want you to walk your hands back towards your feet. Feet are gonna stay parallel. And I want you to roll up one vertebrae at a time, scooping through the stomach as you come up, nice and slow. Again, chin to chest. We roll down, letting the arms go, letting the head go, rolling down, putting a little bit more weight into those toes, should be a little bit more limber through the legs here. And then hollowing your belly, using the abdominals and the back, rooting down through the feet to roll up, use your breath. Squeeze through the backs of the legs, pelvis slightly forwards, shoulders back, head up, one more. Inhale, chin to chest. And then exhale, we roll down, moving through the spine, letting everything go and hang. Good, take a second here down at the bottom. Just thanking your body for the work that it did this morning. Some of those feel-good movements on the wall. Scoop and roll up one vertebrae at a time, keeping the knees slightly bent. And then slowly rolling up, wiggle the knees a little if you need to, if you get a little dizzy at the top. Shoulders down and back, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, let it go. One more deep breath, draw the shoulders up by your ears. And then exhale, press them down. Nice job. You're done for today. You did an amazing job. You guys can unmute yourselves. I'm going to stop our recording for those that are joining us a little bit later in the day. And then